Hello there folks, we have Advocate Rabia here today. She will teach us a very important lesson from the history on how we can see history is repeating itself again.
Thank you, Tom. Hello audience. I am Advocate Rabia, and I am a feminist. I will tell us about the history of World War II and Hitler and Nari Nirjaton in Article 9 Subarticle 9a.
Wow.
Hasim, did you read the stuff I told you to? It is very important that have adequate knowledge before you can understand my point. Here let's learn the history first and then we can go in the discussion.
The Enabling Act was passed by Germany's Congress and signed by President Paul von Hindenburg on the 23rd of March 1933. It was the second major step, after the Reichstag or Congress Fire Decree, through which Chancellor Adolf Hitler legally obtained plenary powers and established his dictatorship. It received its name from its legal status as an enabling act granting the cabinet the authority to enact laws without the participation of the Reichstag or German parliament. The act stated that it was to last for 4 years unless renewed by the Reichstag, which occurred twice. Did I get it right, Advocate Rabia?
Certainly you did, Hasim. Now let's look at the Nazi laws which was put in place by Hitler. 1. Abolishing the trade union. 2. Banning other political parties from the country. 3. Taking command of the German army. Without going further detail, we all know what came next. Bloody history was written out.
Now Advocate Rabia, how can I relate that to domestic violence in the current society?
Now it's too early go the comparison, Tom. Let's talk about the one article from Enabling Act or law to remedy the distress of the people and the nation. The article says, laws enacted by the government of the Germany may deviate from the Constitution as long as they do not affect the institutions of the Congress. The rights of the president remain undisturbed.
Such law actually gave Hitler the authority to harass citizens and opposition party leaders as the way he desired. But Hillary, how you are connecting that law in the current society, I am still puzzled.
The disparity which was created by Hitler against opposition voice was fierce and violent. In a simple word, it was one-way street for the Nazi opposition. Justice system was manipulated and reorganized to support Nazi laws. Citizens' voice was shut in the Nazi court system. The whole justice system was designed to have lose-lose situation for the opposition protester. Their rights were abolished. Opposition supporter were put in jail without bail and without any link to outside world.
Okay.
Family is the nuclear of every society and country. Now in a family, if you think man and woman are the citizen, then Nari Nirjaton law is only set for a woman in the family. What about man? Why the disparity? Do we have any Purush Nirjaton law?
Wow, very interesting point, Advocate Rabia. But you are a woman, why you are against another woman?
Hasim, torture is torture. It caused the same sufferings across the table, regardless you are man or woman. I have father, brothers, and sons. I cannot stand with the radical feminists and say all men are bad. That is just lie. It may feels good, but it is a lie. Besides, as citizen of the civilized society, I should stand up against such anarchy law. The provision in this law is too biased to encourage good men to seek justice.
So, what you are saying that this Article 9a and Nari Nirjaton law enable the woman, meaning the wife and family, to have the ultimate power to achieve her vindictive agenda?
Yes, Hasim.
Advocate Rabia, I understand your point. Would you do the comparison just for my audience in a little more detail? And how would you rewrite Subarticle 9a from Nari Nirjaton law, if you were given the opportunity?
Certainly, Hasim, I will be glad to do so. Hitler's law harassed and killed citizens in Germany. There was disparity in the law, and torture was imposed on citizens while they were in the jail. Now in our society, when complaint is being made against the husband, police jail him without any bail. Now non-bailable crime is different than it is described in this section. As because it is non-bailable, the fear of losing his job and livelihood is also a torture. Now as the law is only for women, what about men? You see the disparity. If we had the same law for men, then we could have brought Professor Rumena into justice for her husband's suicide. We show so much sympathy to the women, but leaving the other party in this case is just psychoness.
So Advocate Rabia, how would you rewrite the Nari Nirjaton subsection 9a?
Dowry can be demanded by both men and women in a marriage. The form of the demand is different. We all know how men wants dowry, but we never hear that women wants dowry too. because our society avoided creating words when women demand dowry. In English term we have term gold digger. If I have to translate that law in Bengali, I would just simply call it dowry. In a marital life, if a wife or husband demand dowry and one spouse complained about the other, we have to look at the case how severe the physical abuse is. We can term the as first degree meaning severe crime, second degree meaning less severe, and third degree meaning somewhat abuse present, and fourth degree no proof of abuse is present. We can set non-bailable rules for the first degree offender.
So the law will still be there.
No, Hasim, I would delete or omit any provision from Nari Nirjaton law engaging dowry. I will pass new law, Family Violence Protection Law, which will have terms I just described, and it will include every citizen in the country. Man, woman and children.
All right, folks, we are out of time today. Stay tuned for next week. I will pass Advocate Rabia's Family Violence Protection Law. Thank you so much for coming, Advocate Rabia.
Thank you.